Alrighty, so you guys know it is that time. Dokkan is giving out redstones, so you already know your boy's got to make a video on who you should be picking up with this redstone. Now, when we get into this, I have to give a few sort of like messages or perspectives here that I'm going to try to attack this from and give you guys strategies and approaches that you might want to use when you're making your selection. I believe that the way these are set up, the beauty of it is now that you have 3, and you also have until June 6th to redeem these. So you don't need to watch this video and go run and exchange this redstone right away. You could potentially wait and see what the game is offering, and then you can make your decision, right? And I also want to consider that not everybody is going to be in the same sort of account status where you might be somebody that started yesterday. You might be somebody that started a year ago. You might have been somebody who's been playing for 8 years and you just want a suggestion, right? And with these perspectives, I have to kind of consider the fact that a super easy A for one person might not be as beneficial because it might be very difficult for them to clear that super easy A or get to the level where they can do the super easy A where they have to clear the extreme Z battle as is. So I'm going to at least consider what characters are going to be the most beneficial for you to start your account with, and also who are just the best characters for you to grab. So just keep all those things in consideration. A bit of a longer intro, but I just want to make sure we get all those things out of the way, and I'm going to be considering all these perspectives when looking at packs. So first and foremost, we have kind of the fun guys here. These are just like premium Dokkan Festival characters. Some are not. When we look at examples like this, right? Characters that are not Dokkan Festival exclusives, we should just cross off the list because these are characters that you could pull at any time on any multi-summon in the game unless specifically stated otherwise. So, Bardock and Gine and Paragus and Bojack, the Bardock and Gine messed me up. If you know, you know. The Paragus and Broly, as well as the Bardock Gine, sort of messed me up there, but these are just characters that aren't going to be considered for this pick, right? I think Kefla is an interesting one, but I would probably stay away because you own the currency there is 3, so you're using 3 stones on 1 character. I think that is really going to be the case for all of these characters here. If you see that it's 3, I would just ignore it because, again, you are only getting to pick 1 character. Now, let me just double check on this. Are all of these for 3? No, we go down here, and this is where they are going to be worth 1, right? So any one of these, unless you are specifically missing a Dokkan Festival exclusive character, I would stay away from any that cost you 3. If you want to buy one that costs 3, I think Kefla would be one of my top considerations. I think Gotenks would be okay. I think this Tech Exchange Boo would be okay for you. And I also believe Tech Gohan would be all right. But when it comes to 3 redstone currencies, this Goten and Trunks are also a very good option. I would recommend that you stay away from choosing any of the ones that cost 3 because, again, we are trying to acquire more characters, not just one quality character, if you will. So now we have sort of the interesting ones, right? This guy is going to be the thumbnail, and you guys can see he is a pack of characters. But again, it's the fact that I don't think he's good enough these days to really be worth picking up, and it's going to be the same thing for these 2 right here, these banner units. I don't think they've EZA'd yet, if I'm not mistaken, and they're definitely not worth it, and the same thing is going to be here for this Hit, Frost, and Kefla pack, just not what you were looking for, right? These costing 2, just not good, right? I think if you were telling me, like, what would I do? I would pick up 3 individual characters, or 3 copies of 1 character, a la one of these super easy A characters. So now that we've gotten all that preamble out of the way, anything that costs multiple stones, I would recommend staying away from unless it's just a Dokkan Festival exclusive that you are missing. Now, we can get into the case for some of these super easy A characters. Now, if you guys have been playing since the anniversary, the 10th anniversary, you'll know that some of these characters are very good. Let's immediately go to the bottom and cross off a bunch of these, okay? So ones that we are not going to be picking up: Bootanks, Pikkon, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, STR Cell, Vegeta, Int Blue Vegeta, right? This Kaioken Blue Goku, we'll think about it, right? The issue is he's on the banner, so you might not want to do that. But Physical Broly, Omega, Tech Zamasu, any of these characters that have not super easy aid yet, and I believe you can check this if you hold down on a character that's super easy aid and we go to the growth tab, you guys can see there is a super extreme Z awakened button. So you want to make sure that if you are not sure, just hold down and check the growth and see if the character can super easy A. But any of the ones that do not get a super easy A, I'm not going to be recommending for overall quality for your account right now. So I would definitely recommend that you stay away from those. Now, when it comes to the Super Easy A's in specific, I think the most beneficial, the just overall best character probably from this list is going to be this Int Buhan right here. I think this is a very good pickup if you do not have them. You get 2 Elder Kais alongside of him, so that's very helpful. But this guy, especially on like a Majin Power or a Power Absorption or a Transformation Boost or a Majin Buu Saga team, he is going to work out very well for you. He has Rainbow Orb Changing, he has damage reduction with Rainbow Orbs, he has extra attack with Rainbow Orbs, and this guy is very consistent with some of the other Majin characters in the game. Now, again, the context is needed here. With this Buhan, you're going to have to consider the fact that if you are not able to clear his Extreme Z battle yet, you might want to hold off because of, again, the Super Easy A being very difficult for you to complete. But if you were just looking for the overall best character on this list, this is probably who I'm going to be looking at for that pick. Really like this Super Easy A Buhan. And I have to see more of this Kaioken Blue Goku. Wait until his Super Easy A is in the game before you make the decision on this guy. This one is a bit of a TBD. Next, we have the fusions. I'm a fan of this Vegito, but maybe not enough to the point where I would buy him with a stone. He has okay damage, can do some decent support, and is going to tank unless it's a super attack. Then you are in trouble. I like this STR Gogeta. He has support in slot 2 or slot 3, and it's just going to hold it down very well against extreme class enemies, which there are plenty of in Dokkan right now. So really big fan of this character right here. If you're looking for an overall defensive character, this guy is also not a bad pickup. He has 80% damage reduction for 10 turns. So if you are having trouble beating some events because you're taking too much damage in the first slot, I think that this guy could be a decent pickup for you right here with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Now, looking at some of the other Super Easy A's that we have to recommend, just kind of looking around, right? Making sure that I see everything so I can give you the best information possible. I think some Super Easy A's you could skip out on this point are Goku Black, Kid Buu, Gotenks, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I think your next real consideration for a pick here is going to be Beerus. I think Beerus works very well on a team like Planetary Destruction, works well on a team like Movie Bosses, Realm of Gods. These teams are all going to work very well for him, and I think he's just going to work well in those setups where you're going to have that Rage mode, which is potentially going to take away a super, and you can also potentially stun an enemy there with the 12 key, and he also just has decent defensive prowess to the point where you're going to feel pretty comfortable putting him in a lot of different spots. Is he going to absolutely shred up the hardest event in the game? No problem. No, that's not what these characters are for, but these are just going to be overall really good characters quality-wise that are going to help you buff out teams and really can kind of carry you in some events, a la like someone like Super Gogeta, right? If you could perform the Super Easy A on Super Gogeta, I think this is a very good pickup. Now, that is sort of just overall for the quality of characters, right? Buhan, Vegito, Gogeta, right? The Super Kaioken Blue Goku, we'll see how Super Easy A is in game. Beerus, and that's probably about it for the overall like best Super Easy A characters to pick up. Now we're going to consider, if you were starting an account today, who should you pick up for like a leader, right? I think that there are actually some pretty good options, and I believe it or not, one of the safe options if you are going to be starting an account today, I think is this Vegeta right here. He is a Pure Saiyans leader, and I think that is really valuable because a lot of the best characters you're going to be able to run are Pure Saiyans. So just keep that in mind. If you are someone who is brand new, this is going to be an opportunity for you to pick up a quote-unquote premium character, as it is a Dokkan Festival exclusive, that is going to lead a lot of the characters in the game, or you could just hold off and get some of the better quality characters in the game like we talked about, with the Exchange Buu, with the Tech Ultimate Gohan, right? Videl is even decent, but again, I think sticking away from the starter characters and just getting characters that you know are going to be good for you at some point, I think you're better off summoning for newer characters rather than using a premium resource like this to get those characters. So, kind of a quick roundup, right? Int Buhan, can't go wrong with picking up one of him. I'd say maybe pick up one copy of Int Buhan, pick up a Super Easy A Kaioken Blue Goku or Super Vegito, and then pick up a Super Gogeta. That would be my recommendation. I think that's going to be the best way for you guys to do this. But if you have something else that you want to do, maybe you want to invest in a future Super Easy A, maybe you think, for example, like the second year Super Saiyan 4s are going to be out of their mind good, you could potentially do that as well. So let me know down below what you guys are going to be picking up with this redstone here. Have you already done it? Are you going to be waiting? All of that fun stuff in the comment section below. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this one. Again, if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. So that way you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. Golden Week is starting off strong here. Any guys that you want to see, we could do Infinite Dragon Ball History. We could do the new event, all of that fun stuff. But just let me know in the comments. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.